I'm going to talk about the Golden State Warriors because I hope that you guys know I keep 100 with you guys. And when I feel like I'm wrong, I want you to know on the show, I'm going to give myself an L. Okay. And I'm going to take an L on saying that Jimmy Butler was not going to be a major difference maker on whichever team he was traded to. That certainly has not been the case. Jimmy Butler has absolutely just re-energized, given the Warriors the shot in the arm they needed. He's just breathed new life into Golden State. They're 7-1 since the trade. Yesterday, Steph Curry was incredible, by the way. 56 for Steph. That February 27th energy. You guys know about the February 27th energy? February 27th against the Knicks, 2013, 54 points, 11 made three-pointers. Then February 27, 2016, 46 points, 12 three-pointers. That was they still have a timeout. Bang! Against the Thunder. And then yesterday, 56 points on 12 made three-pointers. Just absolute incredible stuff from Steph Curry last night. And the Warriors are winning games. The Warriors win 121-115 over the Magic. 56 points on 16 of 25 shooting for Steph Curry, 12 from 19 from the three, 12 for 12 from the charity stripe. And just a month ago, this Warriors team looked like they were dead in the water. They looked like they were clinging for anything to have Steph Curry get another chance at the playoffs. Draymond Green doing his podcast with the gray beard. People were thinking that he couldn't do anything to help a team in the playoffs. They trade for a disgruntled Jimmy Butler who gets out of an ugly divorce in Miami. They've gone 7-1 in their last 8 games. They're up to the 7th spot in the Western Conference, tied with the Timberwolves. They're a half game back of the Clippers. And it's not just, they're winning games against bad teams. No, he's having a major impact on their offense and their defense. From December 1st to January 31st, the Warriors were bottom 5 in offensive rating. Since Jimmy Butler was acquired on February 8th, the Warriors have a 122.2 offensive rating. They're third in net rating at 15.9. Butler can slash. He can get to the rim. He's okay with playing without the ball. And over his last 8 games, it's not just Jimmy Butler who's starting to be more active and starting to see his numbers normalize. Steph Curry is putting up those MVP Curry numbers again. Last 8 games, the chef is cooking with his new Butler. 31 points per game for Steph Curry. And I think Jimmy Butler is cool in the sense that it's not, he's 25-11. No. 11 points in his last game. 19 minutes, right? As a Warrior, he's averaging 16, 6, and 6. Won't blow your mind. What doesn't show up, though, is the basketball IQ. It's making things easier. It's being able to buy in on the defensive side. And I just think with a core of Curry, Butler, and Draymond Green, it's almost like they're a little bit of the Lakers light in the sense that they're that team with a all-time great that added another all-star that you don't want to play in the playoffs. Any of these young teams do not want to go against these veterans in a half-court style of play in the playoffs. So, hey, I'm here to take the L, guys. I'm here to take the L. I was wrong about Jimmy Butler and how much he could impact his next team.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not moved.
You're not moved?
I'm not moved, not in the slightest. And this is, again, Doug, NBA propaganda. I've never seen a team that was a 10 seed, now a 7 seed, and everybody's talking about them as potentially a contender for a championship. Look, the Warriors, I like the move for Jimmy Butler. When we first talked about this, I said it would be a good fit because he can play off the ball. He does a lot of different things well, but they haven't. The schedule over their 5-game winning streak, they're not playing anybody. And coming in their next upcoming games, I can give you their next 5. They're playing the 76ers, who we just talked about is going to be tanking. We're talking about the Hornets. They play the Knicks, who they'll probably lose to. The Nets, they might lose to the Pistons. The Trailblazers, Kings, and then they play the Knicks again. They were in a hell game the other night against the Magic, and I feel like because they have this new feel, it feels a bit euphoric, like something we know. And I love Jimmy Butler. Shout out to his agent, Bernie. That's my guy. But ultimately, I think we need to pump the brakes. I want to see it in the playoffs. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I do think one of these young teams can knock off the Warriors. I don't think the Warriors want to play the Houston Rockets, these young, hungry Houston Rockets. I don't think they want to play an Oklahoma City Thunder team. I'm just not completely sold that this team is as reinvigorated as we're trying to sell, because ultimately, I think when they have to play the meat and potatoes, the best of the Western Conference, I think they're a first-round exit.
Look, that could be true. At the end of the day, though, if I was a young team out there, last thing I want to see is babyface assassin with nothing to prove. I mean, just going out there, shooting logo threes on you, Draymond Green, who is not afraid to throw a bow on you, and Jimmy Butler, who's willing to get physical too. And it's not just that 3-2. Kuminga is continuing to get better. I think you look like they're not just like a big three in a big drop. I mean, Buddy Hield has played better since the addition. So look, I mean, Golden State, it's a team that has a championship pedigree, a championship culture, and for them, it's going to come down to how fresh can you keep Curry, how much can you integrate Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy Butler, hey, you talked all that talk about wanting to get back to playing basketball again. They were willing to give you that new deal. There's really a lot less tomorrows than there's a lot less tomorrows for them, right? I mean, that's just the truth. They have to kind of look at these next few years as, hey, this is it. This is our last dance. And I just never thought that. I will say, too, it's kind of perfect for Golden State because the honeymoon phase with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, if they were together for like 10 years, they'd literally murder each other. Like, let's be honest. It wouldn't be a fight. It wouldn't be a Jordan Poole punch in the face. People would get stabbed, right? Or headlocks, they would get ugly. But the fact that it's like 2-3 years, right? You can extend that honeymoon phase. And it's kind of like one of those things like, dude, like we're grown men. Yeah. Like those are two grown men that are going to just show respect to each other. I would like to see them. I think I would take Jimmy Butler in that fight. By the way, Jimmy Butler
I think it'll be good. I mean, I think it might just be a draw. I think they will.
Draymond looks like one of those guys who like, I don't know, the limbs, like you're right. I don't know.
Like
he's like awkward.
Give up, though. Like they would just tire themselves out. Neither would want to give up.
Draymond will fight dirty too. You'd like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he had like a box cutter in his pocket.
Yeah,
and starts
got a weapon when you have to
chew on your ankles, bite your kneecaps off.
I think they're just two dogs, man. Two flat out dogs.